So next topic Annie Brown has got for us is going to be track phenomena Sha'Carri Richardson.
Disappointing.
Yes.
Very disappointing to me.
Very disappointing. She was arrested at Seattle International Airport for a dispute with her boyfriend. And I guess there was some verbal, exchange at the airport. And I guess she was arrested for alleged domestic violence against her boyfriend, for which he didn't press charges, of course. His name is Christian Coleman. He's an Olympian as well in track. And do you think she should have kept her cool at that airport and just settled that somewhere else? Or, I mean, what's your take on that?
Just got a hot head. You really have to conduct yourself, man. She just battled her way out of bad publicity with that, marijuana scandal that they screwed her over with. I mean, just think, DC, majority of the states has followed suit legalizing marijuana. And of course, she was tested positive for it, and they, messed up her potential chance to go to the Olympics years ago. And now, it took several groups of folks like the Tyler Perrys and other huge names to get her to relax and let it blow over and train hard and get just focus on your craft. And dude, she just started doing great. It was overwhelming how great she was after all of this stuff, and to come out of all the bad publicity and to get endorsements and see her buy a home for her family and to take them in situations where they probably wouldn't have ever dreamed of getting. And now she's caught inside something where it's legal enough to go to jail for, because if you start to hit people and other folks see it, her boyfriend don't have to press no charges on her. If somebody's seen that, of course she's going to be arrested.
And it was witnessed by people that was in the terminal, of course, because people were all over the terminal, right?
And that's why she got arrested, DC. And sadly, it's going to take someone. She could potentially start losing her endorsements and the things that she worked on so hard.
That's a good point.
For is because people don't want to be attached to violence, man. Under no circumstance where they want to be attached to drugs or violence. And she's got both of them attached to her. I mean, she's already got this hood kind of aura about her, with the nails and the lashes and the hair and the tattoos and all that stuff, just looking as hood as you can. And then the only thing that kind of keep her from just looking like she's straight out of the gutter, she speaks well. You know what I mean? She kind of speaks well. And now your behavior start to tarnish some of that stuff. And people got to always be reminded of how to conduct yourself, especially in public. You just really got to harness that attitude that can get you in trouble and lose something of the ultimate and that's your finances. She's not out there running her behind up and down that track, burning people and all those tough hours and nights and taking the right type of food in and diet just to look healthy. She's doing it as a career to make money. It's her job. But now you jeopardizing all of that. Because that's what she's doing. She just jeopardized everything, man, by going to jail. And it took years for them not to say anything, degrading about her when she got on that track.
Right.
They kept bringing up marijuana, all of this foolishness until she was consistently just smoking people, and they cut it out.
Right. And that just overshadowed all of the negativity that they were talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So it says here, allegations, according to USA Today, Richardson and her boyfriend Coleman were traveling for a track meet when the pair got into a verbal altercation at Seattle Airport. However, per the police report, things escalated quickly when Richardson allegedly pushed Coleman so hard that he fell into a column. Seattle Police Department alleged in their report that after reviewing the security footage, Richardson was seen repeatedly bumping into Coleman as he attempted to remove himself from the situation. They also claimed that Richardson threw a pair of headphones at Coleman. And per the New York Times, Coleman did not press charges against Richardson, and he declined to be a victim. But however, like you said, that they don't need him to press charges. They have everything they need on that security camera footage. And if in fact that was the case, she made a massive error and mistake by resorting to a physicality with that. Even a verbal escalation is bad, but when you get physical with it and you shove someone like that, if in fact it's true, these are allegations, but if in fact it's true, if it's in a police report, obviously the police is going to report what they have on hand, correct?
Yes.
So they did book her. She was actually arrested and booked in at the South Correctional Entity in Washington on Sunday, July 27th. It seems to me like Sha'Carri Richardson defied all the odds to get out of where she came up in. I mean, in terms of her upbringing and in terms of the hood, you want to call it the hood. She defied all those odds with her athletic talent, and she worked hard and she worked her way out of there. But if she's doing things like this, she's resorting to going backwards to put herself back into a situation like that, because the endorsements are going to dry up, or any other monetary offerings to her is going to dry up if they know that has this type of temperament where she's not controlling her temper better than that. Wouldn't you say so?
Of course. There's several things you read in that statement shows why and prove the reason why she was arrested. When she shot you, that's number one. When he started to retreat and she still was at him and then threw something at him, 3 ways. She left him no choice but to arrest her. She left him no choice, because it's with anything else. When you find somebody to retreat, when they get ready they start to retreat and you go after them, they was trying to de-escalate it, but you continue at it. That's the reason why she got arrested, man. And sadly, she can potentially start losing her endorsements, man. And I just was so gratified to see her make a rebound like that, because most of the time, when you see somebody get in a situation that she was in, they never regain this stuff. They never rekindle their.
It's very hard to regain, right? I agree.
No,
I agree with that.
They usually go downhill from there, DC. I mean, it take off backwards, because she got, they made her go to a class. She started taking classes, man, and come out of that thing where she appeared to have her head twisted on correctly, and now to see something like this, man, she gonna wind up in anger management classes and the whole 9 yards, bro.
I think you're right. I think she's going to wind up in definitely anger management classes as part of the program for her to have to complete with this case, right? And he didn't press charges, and he just said that it was just a sucky situation, according to what I just read, that he's defending her with this. Now that he has to defend her, exactly. I agree. Now, as far as defending her, he might want to reevaluate, is this the relationship that he needs to be in as well? Because if this is a relationship that's going to expand to something like this. And if she's doing this time, she'll do it again. There's a potential might snap and do it again, as far as I'm concerned, right? So he needs to reevaluate things.
Yeah, but right now, you absolutely right about that. But I'm gonna tell you this, DC. If he really genuinely cared for her, he has to help her out of that situation, man. When she go to court, they got to come in there like they've been married for 20 years with a fat nugget ring with diamonds in it. They got to look that they're that cool because she needs his help. So she got to make sure that she's not doing anything else stupid while this stuff is going on. And he got to cling on to her, man, and try to make sure people perceive that they're doing well. That's the only thing gonna lighten up things for her. And then if he say, man, I know she's got an attitude, but he need to freaking get her out of this trouble, then he can her ass. Because I'm damn sure not gonna have no freaking person running up on me and pushing me and throwing things at me in the street in front of people.
Especially in an airport. Especially in an airport. An airport is the last place you want to get into any kind of skirmish or any kind of situation where you're going to be engaged into a physical assault, or you're going to be even a verbal assault at an airport is a bad place to do it. I don't understand what she was thinking about.
The only place that's more heavily surveillance than the airport is a casino. That's it.
That's right. That's right.
The airport is full of cameras every angle you can imagine. Dude, they probably seen them cussing each other out from the moment they walk in there, man. And watch it escalate and seeing who was the aggressor. And she was the aggressor. That's what they probably seen. So it left them no choice but to arrest her. And now she just need him. She need him, man. And okay, let me show you something. Remember when Warren Moon and his wife got in that little ordeal?
I remember that. Yes.
His wife was like, oh, he's a loving husband. Oh, man, them prosecutors wasn't hearing none of that stuff. They prosecuted Warren Moon's rear end. They took that case and ran with it. And she came in that court with them hugging and stuff and looking like they was going out to the prom, bro. Dressed beautiful, looking elegant, but they didn't want to hear that crap. But you still have to make it seem like you guys are getting along. And that's what he needs to do for her right now until he get her out of this situation. And like I said before, if he really care for her and need her to go get treatment, whether it's anger management or know how to deal with adversity and things like that, I mean, that's what she needs. That's exactly what she needs. But I'm just so...
She needs to do a lot of soul searching, I can tell you that, and think about the potential of her future and how many people depend on her to stay successful. I'm talking about more so her family and people she support. I mean, you put those people at risk, although she probably wouldn't. That was the last thing she was thinking about when anger took over. But you have to think about how you affect your own well-being as well. You could affect everybody else around you's well-being. That's the way I think about it.
You really have to be mature for stuff like that.
You do.
When
she's young and he's young, I mean, they're going to get into arguments. I understand that, but you don't lay your hands on anyone. Period. As far as I see it.
And see, because a mature person, and I'm not talking about your age mature. I'm talking about brain maturity. When you think about what do you have to lose in a situation like this, because it ain't all about you, dude. Did you see her crowd? Look at her crowd. If you get an opportunity to watch her crowd the next time that you see her run, and I'm talking, I'll just refer back to 5 years ago when she first hit the scene. Let's go 5 to 8 years ago when she first popped up on the scene. Her followings, I'm talking about her family members. When they showed up to her track meet, it looked like they barely got there. You can look at the way their hair was done, the makeup was done, the clothing that they were wearing. Now when you see them, they got makeup on, they looking nice, they looking beautiful. All of them are sitting together looking like a family that's successful. This is all at stake right now, man. This is what she's getting ready to mess up. Just think about, you just bought your mom a $1 million house, and now you got in trouble where you lose your endorsement. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do it right after track is over, you still keep those endorsements. Because I see so many of them, they keep their endorsements long after the track.
Carl Lewis and Edwin Moses and all those guys, a lot of them kept their endorsements when they left track and they retired.
If you're gonna get in trouble like that, your endorsements will dry up before your career does. And track don't pay that much money, man. Track and field do not pay that much money. They don't. They make their money and get rich off endorsements. That's where they make their money. That's right. Because they're not in the league. You're self-sponsor. You're your own entity. You're your own brand entity. So if you mess that up, you're done. You might as well start, go back and see what you majored in and get a job. In college, you find out what your major was and go get you a job, because you done messed up everything else. So I just hope that this thing don't get any worse than what it is, and she seek some type of professional help, because otherwise it's not going to last too long. The success she just endured is not going to last too long, because all of this stuff that's, is mental. Remember when she first...
It is.
Let me show you something, DC. Remember when she first got jammed with the marijuana, right?
Okay.
Remember that?
Yes.
She was
I do.
Third, fourth place, dog. She wasn't even qualifying for a lot of those races because she was getting smoked. She was getting burned out there, man, until she got put in the camp, training, getting her mind right, getting her thought process, getting the right trainers surrounding her, and then all of a sudden she made a great comeback. And this is what she's up against again, because this jail stuff, this arrest, could set her back. And the only way you keep going in track, you got to be a winner. You got to continue to win. You got to
continue to win, and qualify. And when the Olympics come around, you have to continue to qualify to go to the Olympics to even have an opportunity to try to win a medal, right?
Of course. Yes. Because if you don't qualify, you don't.
So it seems to me she takes 3 steps forward and 2 steps backwards.
Yeah.
To me. I mean, at least from what I've seen over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like you say, she was coming in 3rd, 4th, and sometimes even lower than that. And then all of a sudden she trajects herself and she catapults herself up to the top of the food chain. I mean, she's technically, I love that sister to death. I love watching her run, because she run kind of like, to me, it reminds me of Road Runner. She's a gazelle. She's a running gazelle, and she runs with a style that when she's out front, she'll glance left or glance right. She knows nobody's going to blow past her. That's the most impressive thing to me that I've seen with Sha'Carri Richardson. However, if she has a temperament problem, she needs to get help. She needs to seek help for it. And she needs to, her family and everybody else needs to step up to the plate and surround her with support, just like Christian Coleman is. And I'm assuming that he's doing the same thing, to support her in a sense, to say, look, you have to think and make better decisions before you lose your cool, because your cool can cost you everything. Losing your cool can cost you everything.
Let me show you the difference between stuff like that, DC. And I think the first time this happened to her, when you take the folks like Oprah and Tyler Perry, and then several other the celebrities that's like billionaires who she admired growing up for years, when they speak to you, they have a tendency to you understand what they're saying, you admire their thought, and you listen. But then when you got these people who never accomplished a damn thing in their life coming to tell me something, most of the time they don't listen, man, because they look at you and like,
Right.
oh, what did you do? I mean, I don't want got you this car. Oh, I don't want got you this house. I don't, and unless you got a grandma who don't give a damn about that stuff and tag her when she say that crap. Because they got some grandmas that don't give a damn about this little stuff that you bought me, but you ain't gonna diss me because I tag you. If she got somebody like that, she'll straighten up. Or if she loves her grandma enough and say, man, I can't do nothing like that. My grandma be living in that situation that I did and what she was in before I got this. I mean, it's all about that attitude and what you think, man. And boy,
everything is attitude.
Yeah.
The perception and attitude, especially with a situation that she just engaged in where she got arrested for it. I don't think her future relies heavily upon how well she adapts to stress and pressure, because some of it a lot of times is pressure and it's stress.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of these professional athletes, and I'm not specifically talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, they get to this point where they feel, some of them are arrogant. They feel invincible. They feel like they can do anything they want and they don't have to be held accountable for it. And I'm pretty sure reality kicked in when they slapped them cuffs on her. I mean, I'm pretty sure it kicked in. And she knew.
Hopefully it did.
And hopefully it did. Hopefully it sunk in where, you know what? They are actually taking me to jail and they're going to book me and I got a fingerprint and everything, and that's not going. That record will be there.
Boyfriend, DC. I never heard of her boyfriend, even though
he ran in the Olympics. Christian Coleman. Excuse me, Christian Coleman. He ran in the Olympics.
What event?
He runs in the 60 meters and 100 meters and the 200 meters, according to this.
Let me ask you this. When did this happen?
He won gold in 2019, world champion in 100 meters. He also won gold in the men's 4x100 meter relay in 2019. Holds a personal best of 9.76 seconds for the 100 meters, which made him the 6th fastest of all time in the history of the 100 meters event. So he's pretty talented. He went to Tennessee, University of Tennessee Volunteers. Looks like he's from Atlanta. I mean, he grew up in Atlanta, according to this. Went to Georgia Southern University, which is down in South Georgia. Attended high school at a private Catholic school, or should I say Our Lady of Mercy Catholic High School in Fayetteville, Georgia. So he's been all state in Georgia for running and everything. But they both need to reevaluate. They need to sit down, talk it over, and try to work it out, hammer it out, and go from there.
You've reached the end of another episode of the DC Stewart Sports Talk podcast. Be sure to connect with us at Facebook and Twitter.com. Your voice is important, so head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Catch our next episode.